My name's Taylor. I read the book Code Talker, written by Joseph Bruchac. This book is about a Native American tribe called Navajos, whose sacred language was used to send and receive very important codes throughout World War II. This historical fiction book is narrated by the character Ned Begay, who grew up on his native reservation in what is known as the Four Corners, and all the Navajo children were sent to a white kids' school. They were taught to never speak their language, only English, or they would be beaten. When World War II started, the draft came to their reservation. Once the Marines learned about the Navajo language, a language they say can only be learned by growing up with it, they began pulling every Navajo possible. Once Ned Begay was old enough, he joined the Marines to serve his country, sending these secret codes in the Pacific battles. Ned Begay stormed the beaches of Bougainville, Guam, Pavuvu, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa. He tells of all the historical events and challenges that took place on these islands, as well as the physical and mental challenges endured by soldiers and the sufferings and hardships to those living on the islands when the Japanese overtook them. One of the most important quotes in the book was when Ned Begay said, "Never think that war is a good thing. Though it may be necessary at times to defend our people, war is a sickness that must be cured. War is a time out of balance. When it is truly over, we must work to restore peace and sacred harmony once again." This quote contains a lot of emotion and shows Ned's, as well as many others' view of war, that we should only go to it if it is completely necessary, if our lives are in danger. My favorite quote was when Ned Begay said, "Another friend is another person you might lose at any instant." He shares a very true tragedy of war, not wanting to make friends because tomorrow you may not have them, but needing friends to get through the pain of war. Many soldiers were sent home during the war not from physically disabling conditions, but from mental ones. They weren't able to go on because of what they had seen, people around them dying every day. I liked this book because it taught me a lot about the Pacific battles and other historical events I didn't know about. A lot more things about World War II became clear to me, like the mentality of the Japanese. In their mind, they would have rather died than surrender or be captured. They would do anything to defeat us, and they wouldn't stop until they were dead. Code Talker also taught me about these Navajos that were so important to our victory over Japan. Being able to send vital messages with there being no way these codes could have been broken. They would have a word for every letter of the alphabet and then spell out words with these letters. So a 5-word message is like a paragraph long in Navajo. Since the characters in this book are not real, this allows Ned Begay to take part and be in the middle of every significant battle that took place in the Pacific, putting the reader right there with them. You might like this book if you love learning about the history of our nation, or like reading great success stories. Thanks for watching this video. Bye-bye.